Nobody comes as many shapes and forms as women do. In my opinion, the difference between a girl and a woman is feeling self-worth, being confident in yourself. Confidence, for some women, might take a lifetime. But when you're a young girl, you're searching for your identity, you're searching for who you are. You're trying to find that confidence, and that's only built through life. Bodybuilding definitely established all my confidence. You saw yourself in so many different lights. And it was very important to love yourself in all of those lights. Being happy with yourself, money can't buy that. There's nothing more incredible. I've seen women come to me that absolutely can't look at themselves in the mirror to months down the road, years down the road, because everybody's journey is different, loving themselves. And it's incredible to see. It's not about just like, hey, go to the gym, do cardio, eat like this, do this. No, it's like every fucking day, wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself. And that's how you continue building this big community of women, is by passing it forward. Showing that, hey, I care about you. I want to see you happy, see you build confidence. They're building those confidence. Now the women around them are starting to build confidence. Again, your circle of women is so important, who you revolve yourself around. Like, I found that sense of belonging, and that's like my community. Happy International Women's Day to all the women out there from Better Bodies. In my opinion, the difference between a girl and a woman is feeling self-worth and being confident in yourself. I think confidence, for some women, might take a lifetime. But when you're a young girl, you're searching for your identity, you're searching for who you are, you're trying to find that confidence, and that's only built through life. I mean, confidence comes, that's why, when you're a woman, you are more established and you're more confident because you've been through life and you have found who you truly are and you're happy with that person. That's the biggest difference is between a girl and a woman, is the self-love and the confidence and really knowing who you are and what your identity is. I mean, of course, when I first started competing, that was the days of Nicole Wilkins. So that was definitely the #1 inspiration I ever had. Absolutely. Well, honestly, it was probably the first time I really seen like a really fit woman like that. And everything behind it, the work ethic behind it, the meaning of what bodybuilding was, was really just coming on the scene hardcore like that. But I think it was just, if you know who she was a very, more than just a bodybuilder. She had a great persona always and was just so lovable. Everything about her energy, the way she presented herself, held herself, was very attractive to me. And so that really attracted to me. And I was like, I want to look just like her. I want to do all the things that she did. And then it all kind of started to evolve and bodybuilding happened for me. Bodybuilding definitely established all my confidence, for sure. Even though I was a great athlete in high school and stuff like that, I was definitely a tomboy, always hung out with guys and stuff. And you would think that maybe my confidence would be a bit higher, but no, bodybuilding really taught me all my confidence because you saw yourself in so many different lights. And it was very important to love yourself in all of those lights. So, when I first started competing to, winning my first pro show to then taking time off to rebuild myself, there's different levels to that. And you have to learn to love yourself in every shape and form. So bodybuilding did that. Of course, being on stage in front of so many people, that also builds confidence because, some people might just see you and be like, oh, wow, look at her, how confident she is on stage. But really deep down inside, there's a talk that you have with yourself that you're actually building inner confidence, and not just what people see on the outside, but it's what's growing inside of you. And bodybuilding did that for me, especially and especially here at the Arnold's. I remember we'd be getting on stage, and like to this day, I could still feel that moment happening for me because of the stillness that I put in within myself as I was building my bodybuilding career, and just telling myself that, like, you're worthy of this, you've done this, like you remembering all the days of suffering, of being able to prepare yourself to get on stage. I always remember recalling moments of saying to myself, like, I want to remember this forever. So it was always a moment of stillness for me, like right before they'd call my name, and to just like looking into the arena and seeing all those people there waiting to see you on stage. Like, there's, like I said, they're looking up from the outside, but from the inside, like my soul was on fire because I was just so excited and just And not like some people are like, oh, weren't you scared, nervous? It's like, it wasn't even that, because everyone's there to celebrate you. And to me, it was just getting out there and remembering everything that I'd been through just so that I could be here in that present moment. That really always resonated with me, and, you know, really build my confidence. Even like when I look back now, I wouldn't have chosen to do anything else but bodybuild for the years that I did. And, you know, again, people are like, well, bodybuilding, I'd say competing wise, because competing really helped me gain that confidence. But in the gym, you know, I'm still spending every day in the gym for a reason, right? Because I love what it does for me and how it makes me feel, you know?
Okay, last question. So you think Millie, she's gonna compete too? It's silly.
You know,
I'm kidding.
so funny. Some parents are, people always ask, they're like, oh my gosh, your kid's gonna have the craziest genetics. What if she wants to compete? I want her to do anything that she wants to do. I want to support that. You know, some people are like, oh, bodybuilding, it was hard on you these days. These days were hard. You know, your body was exhausted. I'm like, I don't see that, because it brought something else to me that was so important that can't be replaced, that I would want Millie to experience that. You know, I would want to encourage her, hey, if you want to ever, you know, try to do a bodybuilding show, you should. But I want it to be her own passion. But if she said that she wanted to do something like that, I would support it. It's hard being a woman. It's very hard being a woman in today's world. I mean, society has a very high standard for us, the way we carry ourselves, the way we present ourselves, you know, everything. And yeah, like this morning when I got dressed, I was like, okay, I'm wearing, cute little shorts. Sure, a lot of women at the expo are wearing shorts and a sports bra, but you know, just coming out of that, I mean, even though I'm very confident in myself, it's still sometimes like hard to come out. And I was leaving my hotel room and I thought maybe I could have my husband there to be my excuse to walk me down. But it was good for me because I needed to be on my own. And I need to look at myself in the mirror and be like, hey, you're beautiful. You can wear this, and be confident in it. And and no one would ever think that's something I struggle with. But like a lot of women do, and it's very natural, it's very normal. It's just like, what are you going to do to continue growing from that, you know? And so this morning I was like, okay, I'm leaving the hotel room and I'm going to feel confident in myself today. But yeah, I mean, I think that's something you forever work on, but you continue getting better and better over the years. And you just learn to love and accept yourself for who you are and how you are. And the more you love yourself, I mean, the happier you are. I've seen women come to me that absolutely can't look at themselves in the mirror to months down the road, years down the road, because everybody's journey is different, loving themselves, being so confident in themselves. And it's incredible to see. I had a best friend. We've been friends for 19 years. She lost 55 pounds. Her identity completely changed. I mean, oh my gosh. She went from somebody who wasn't always happy. Everybody walked all over her. She fed her needs by doing things for people, because that's how she felt. That's how she avoided what she really needed. And it was to go on a weight loss journey and to find herself again and to love herself again. She wasn't leaving the house. But when she lost this weight, like a whole new person was reborn. That's what I kept saying that to her, because you know what? A new person was born. You literally reinvented yourself. You literally said, this is the old me, because this is a whole new person. You love yourself. Your soul has changed. Your view on the world has changed. Everything changes. And that really we have to take care of our bodies.
How does that make you feel for being the one to help that happen?
Oh, I think it's more rewarding and a better feeling in your heart than seeing your own self change. Because it's an expectation. That's something you should do for yourself every day. But when you're a part of that for someone else, it's so much more meaningful to see them change, to love themselves. Because when you don't love yourself, I mean, you live in everyday life. Every day in your life, you're not happy, genuinely happy. And there's nothing more fulfilling in life to feel true happiness. And that true happiness comes from loving yourself. Like earlier, I was waiting for you guys and I had two options, either to go chat with random people, which I feel like I've done enough of that today. I knew what I needed. And my other option was to sit there on my phone, work, or scroll through social media. I didn't need any of those things right there. Those were not serving me. What was serving me was just sitting there in peace and just like relaxing. And I'm like, wow, I actually got to like look around and be like, oh wow, this was a great weekend, and reflect so that I can come back 10 years later down my life and be able to remember those things. Sometimes, we're kind of getting off topic, but if we don't remember things, It's because we're not stopping, slowing down to enjoy those moments. I feel like I fulfilled my cup today with everything, getting ready, going and doing everything I needed to do. And I just want to sit there and just be present in that moment. Again, that's learning to have self-worth and like not feeling the need to be occupied with someone else's thoughts. And I feel like that's another thing. We always got to be with someone else doing this because we're wanting to distract our mind. And so I'm like, I don't want to distract my mind. I just want to sit here in peace and just enjoy this so that I can look back and like actually remember and feel that weekend. When I'm coaching other women and their lives are changing, I mean, these are dramatic changes. These aren't just like, hey, I lost a couple of pounds. This is like, I'm a whole new person. I love myself. Their journey already is impacting someone else's life because they have their own circle of friends. Now their journey has impacted other women's lives, and now other women's lives. Again, you're just like spreading this love. And it's not about just like, hey, go to the gym, do cardio, eat like this, do this. No, it's like every fucking day, wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself. So when they're evolving and they're changing, their circle of community is seeing that. And that's how you continue building this big community of women, is by passing it forward. Any of my girlfriends, any of my friends, we all know when we're out to eat in a group of friends, we're passing these energies off to each other. One of our friends is going to be sitting here. She might not be the most confident person. This person might have this going for themselves, this going for themselves. And we come together as a community to, that's why it's so important for women to get together, to have, circles of friends that they can really count on to grow together. Because you really grow. Women grow together. And I think that's the most important thing to take away from this. We grow together.